This is a CBS News Pittsburgh special presentation.
Welcome to another edition of Waiting Child. I know you're used to seeing Mikey Hood. She is on maternity leave, preparing to become a first-time parent. But if you watch Pittsburgh Today Live, you've heard my name. I'm one of the producers, Krista Kelley. You know, PTL is all about highlighting the positive people, places, and performances happening in Pittsburgh. And Waiting Child stories are certainly a positive thing. In fact, telling you about these young kids and their journey to finding a family is a huge honor. And it's personal for me. I was adopted. And while I don't exactly know what it's like to walk in the shoes of the young kids and teenagers we feature, I do know that giving them the forum to share a little bit about themselves is something very special. So if you are hoping to become a parent or have a house full of kids but feel like you have even more love to give, maybe one of these kids will speak to you. Yesterday on PTL, we showed you Mikey's visit with Amanda. They visited some furry friends at Humane Animal Rescue. Take a look.
12-year-old Amanda enjoys animals and loves being around them.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs? So you're more of a dog person?
Yep.
All right. I bet you they have some.
So we came to the Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh to meet a few furry friends.
This is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
She loves animals.
Well, you've come to the right place. Each year, Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh adopts over 4,000 animals.
I'm caring and nice and loving and trustworthy. So I want to be a vet when I grow up so I can help with animals because they make me feel comfortable and to me it's like they understand me and they're just cute.
She knows just what she wants in a family.
An active family, a loyal family, just like nice, loving.
First, we check out the cat room.
We have volunteers who are actually cat cuddlers. So again, it's a wonderful thing. The cats appreciate it. I think that's a great volunteer job.
We meet Mr. Pill Pocket, and Amanda wants to hold him right away.
She really liked interacting with the animals. It was something different for her to do. She loved it. Amanda is a very calm, sweet young lady. She loves animals. She's very active. She loves to go outside and do things.
Why is he here?
He came from actually a hoarding scenario where a owner just got out of control and they just needed some help, so we were able to take him.
You're cute as you are.
Next, we stop in the greeting room to meet Memphis, who is only 4 months old and believed to be a cattle dog.
Calm down, buddy. It's okay. Yeah.
So Memphis is enjoying the treat.
What do you think about Memphis so far?
He's so cute and full of energy.
Amanda is a waiting child.
I can't think of anyone more suited to become a veterinarian. You can tell there's just a connection between her and the animals. Up next, we have Micah, an inquisitive kid who was able to sneak a peek and a seat on a very unique ride at a local museum.
15-year-old Micah loves to write and listen to rap music. He also enjoys learning about museums. So we stopped past the Trolley Museum in Washington County for a quick history lesson.
I write music. I do a lot. I've been going to the recording studio.
But he also loves museums. We catch up to Museum Director Scott Becker to see what he has in store for us today.
This is Micah.
Hi, Micah.
Micah
Hi.
loves museums, and Scott, he drives the trolleys and he runs this place.
So Micah is a great kid. He is shy at first, but once he gets to know you, he will really open up, he'll talk. He loves jokes, so he'll tell you some jokes, he'll tease you.
So would you like to go for a ride with us?
Yeah.
Great.
He loves the outdoors. He likes to play basketball. He likes to go for walks. He would do really well in a home with children that are older or younger than him. A family that's understanding, compassionate, can give him some love, and he really needs a family that can give him some structure, routine, consistency. Micah thrives with a routine.
Okay, all aboard.
We also check out the Bullet trolley car from Philadelphia.
Where do you want to sit, Micah? Take a seat.
He loves learning about things, especially like how things work. So I think he really enjoyed it, especially the trolley ride that he got to take, and I think he'll want to come back.
This ran on the Market Frankfurt line, which was elevated above the streets, and then it would go down on the subway in Center City in Philadelphia.
Do they make these anymore?
They have similar ones that look like this, but this one's an older version. It's built in 1960.
Micah is a waiting child.
What a perfect place to meet up with a kid who loves museums. And from one historic ride to another, let's head to the Duquesne Incline, where Christine proved that she has conquered her fear of heights.
15-year-old Christine has a big interest in inclines, which is perfect because the Berg is the best city to show her how one works. We stopped past the Duquesne Incline and let her experience the ride.
I like to write, read, color, draw, paint, daydream.
She daydreams of riding an incline and not being nervous.
I was afraid of heights as I was growing up, but now I think it's good to get out of that and try to overcome my fear.
Christine, this is Tom. He's going to take us on a little tour of the incline today. But first, I think she wants to start out with the gear room, right?
We got gears. Where do you see the gears we got?
Okay.
The car at the bottom is being hoisted up the hill, and the cable comes up here, goes over the top of a cable there, a pulley there, and it comes down and it goes underneath this pulley.
Christine enjoys track. She's going to do cross country in the fall. She does javelin. She did the 4x4. She is very serious most of the time, but when you can get her out of her shell and get her talking, you can really see her fun and open side.
After our tour, we take a ride on the incline. How are you feeling right now? Tell me the emotions that are running through you.
Really scared.
Scared?
I forgot how bad it is going down.
And you see the point right there?
Yeah.
Where the two rivers come together?
Make the Ohio.
Ohio, yeah.
We try and say hello to the passing car.
Well, here comes the other trolley.
You think now maybe they'll wave at us? Let's try. Hi. Hi, bye. Oh, he's paying attention to us. But Christine is paying attention to what she wants in a family.
Go on adventures and be there with me when I need the help, and be loving and caring is what I want most of a family.
Christine is overcoming her fears, and she's a waiting child.
Gotta love when kids are able to calm their nerves and just go for it. But our next waiting child, well, the only nerves were nerves of excitement as Tyler stopped by Bartram Bakery to try his hand at making some cupcakes.
13-year-old Tyler loves to cook and bake, so we stopped past the Bartram Bakery factory in Canonsburg to learn how to make some of their tastiest desserts.
Have you ever iced cupcakes before?
No, I haven't.
Can I show you?
Yeah.
All right, you already got the bag in hand. Your goal is to have them look like this.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do it. We'll let you practice a little bit. If they're too ugly, you get to eat them.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me about some of the things that you like to do for fun.
I like to draw. I'll draw basically anything from people to animals to plants. I'll read different categories of things. I'll read history.
So I hear that you love to tell a good dad joke.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Do you have one for me?
Let's see. I got a joke for you about a piece of corn.
Okay.
Man, it's too corny.
That wasn't bad. After a few laughs, Tyler gets some baking tips from Bartram Bakery owner.
So what you want to do is keep the tip, the icing tip, off of the cupcake.
Okay.
And you don't want to drag it through the icing. Push, push, push. Go slow. Push. Go to the paper. Push, 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 push. Keep going. Now do another circle. Push, 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 push.
Tyler is just a funny kid. Loves dad jokes. Will tell you dad jokes all day long. Wants to make sure everybody's having a good time, smiling. If you're upset, he's probably one of the first kids to come up and just be like, "Hey, you okay?"
That's it. And just Yep, that's it. Not bad for a first time. What do you think?
Looks good.
Can you do 1,000 of them a day?
Probably not, but that'd take a while.
That's okay.
But I would try.
You try, all right.
And of course, he gets a quick how to eat a cupcake lesson.
Cut your bottom off. Stick it right on top. Yep. Pull that bottom off. Stick it. There you go. Dive in.
Oh, that is good.
There you go.
That is delicious. I'm a mess.
Andy, I think we need a beach towel.
I'm messy. I'm sorry.
Tim also shows Tyler around a bit.
Hear that sound? Macarons.
Macaroons.
So Erica's making the French macarons. These are the birthday cake flavor.
Ooh.
You have to tap them so that they all flow out a little bit and get to the same size.
What did you think about baking today? It looked like you did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It's kind of hard at first, but then eventually you start to get the hang of it. It was really interesting.
Yeah. What did you think was the hardest part?
The cupcakes. I messed up the first couple times, but it was getting better whenever I tried it, so I tried my best. That's all that mattered.
He's very easy to get along with, somebody who's going to show him love and support. He does well with any kind of age. He does well with little kids, older kids.
Tyler is a waiting child.
You know, I think Tyler would fit right in here at the station. We love us some dad jokes. Well, we have more waiting children to meet, but first, a quick message from the team that makes this all possible, PA Swan.
We filmed Pennsylvania adoptive families and asked them why more people need to become foster or adoptive parents.
As a society, we have a responsibility to make sure every kid gets from being a kid to being a responsible adult.
I would encourage anybody to do it. You get so much more out of it than you expect.
Visit adoptpakids.org to watch the video, meet the kids, and learn how you can become a foster or adoptive parent.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Welcome back. Up next, let's meet Tanya, who has a passion for abstract art. And in Pittsburgh, there is definitely a wild place that comes to mind to take her to.
Have you ever been here before?
No.
Okay, be prepared for lots of color. 17-year-old Tanya loves exploring the world of abstract art. So we make our way to Randyland, an outdoor art studio on the north side, to see how what some might call junk can be beautiful too. What are some of the things that you love to do that keeps you busy?
Art, swimming, walking, and animals definitely keep me busy.
We start to make our way around the colorful museum. But first, we check to make sure we look okay. Oh yeah, you look good. You look great.
It's just the wind. It fixes itself. I think of myself that I'm more understanding. I'm more thoughtful. I help others before I help myself.
There's just so much to see here, including meeting Randy, the owner.
Never underestimate who you are, what you could be, what you should be, because you're beautiful. Yay!
We're beautiful.
Tanya is very outgoing. She's very happy always has something to talk about. She's super creative.
A hand chair. There's a hand chair.
You have to sit in that.
Oh yeah.
Dude, look at that. This is definitely her type of art. She's super creative and constantly drawing things.
What did you think about Randyland today?
I loved it. It's so positive. And Randy himself is just a very happy, positive person. This whole place is just, it's hard to be sad here.
Yeah.
It's so full of life and love and kindness.
She needs to be in a family who's just gonna be there for her, who's gonna support her. She values her freedom. She values being a teenager.
I recommend people coming here.
Yeah.
When they're like down in the dumps, come here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely make you feel better. Tanya is a waiting child.
Oh man, all the love and positivity from Tanya, and of course, Randy. You can't tell me that didn't brighten your day at least a little. Okay, let's move on to our next waiting child, Thomas, who loves to learn and surprised us all with his knowledge at the Heinz History Museum.
18-year-old Thomas loves all things history, so we come to the Heinz History Center to check out the Clash of Empires exhibit. The French and Indian War is one of Thomas's favorite periods in time to learn about. Hey, Brady.
Hey, how's it going, Mikey?
Good. Hey, this is Thomas.
Hey, Thomas. Nice to meet you. I'm Brady.
Nice to meet you. He's really interested in the French and Indian War, so I told him you were the man to talk to.
Well, welcome to the Heinz History Center. I think you're in the right spot.
So tell me a little bit about some of the things you like to do for fun.
I like to learn about history a lot. History is one of my favorite passions that I always will have. And many people just like forget about history, and I hate to say it, but sometimes we're doomed to repeat it.
The French and Indian War was a pretty big deal around the world, but right here in Western PA, there's one person who made this even more significant, and that was a young British soldier by the name of George Washington.
Since the French retreated, the British were able to just do better and build better stuff. I mean, they had a whole empire.
Thomas is an all-around great kid. He has a wide variety of interests, from history, obviously, but he's also very interested in sports. He loves hockey, soccer.
I just like it here because it's history, and it's our history in PA. And it's just like, how could you not want to learn about history?
He builds a rapport with people easily. He's very laid back, he's very true to who he is, and he's just looking for lifelong connections. He's looking for a family that is going to help him transition into adulthood.
I'm looking at this picture right here mostly because it's the British Grenadiers, and they were absolutely phenomenal in what they did.
What did they do?
They helped out. They were kind of like the early day special forces of the British Empire.
Thomas hopes to pursue a career in history and says he just wants to help people in life. He also tries to help himself.
I tell myself, hey, it's gonna be okay. You can get through this. You have a lot to live through, and you have a lot to learn.
He just keeps learning and smiling along the way.
Many people say that my smile's contagious.
It is.
It is.
Thomas is a waiting child.
As a reminder, all of the kids you met today are waiting for a loving home. So for more information on PA Swan, including post-permanency services, call 1-800-585-7926 or visit kdka.com/waitingchild. And you can meet more waiting children on Pittsburgh Today Live and here on CBS News Pittsburgh.